week 7, and it's time for my weekend picks on the I Don't Know Ish About Sports show, but I'm not going to waste any time. Let's get into these picks. In the first game, we have the Washington football team taking on the Green Bay Packers, and the Packers open up as 8-point favorites, and I'm going with the Green Bay Packers in this one, 31-20. Next, we move on to Nashville, where the Titans welcome the Kansas City Chiefs to town, and the Chiefs open as 4.5-point favorites. But with the Chiefs struggling on defense and the offense not being able to overcome the defense, I see King Henry having a huge day, and the Titans should be able to control the ball. But in the end, I'm sticking with my Super Bowl pick, and I'm taking the Chiefs in a high-scoring game, 34-28 in Nashville. Next, we have the Atlanta Falcons versus the Miami Dolphins, and the Falcons open up as 2.5-point favorites on the road with the Dolphins, who after losing 5 straight and trade rumors swirling around the franchise, I think the Dolphins are heading in the wrong direction. And even though I'm not a fan of the Falcons team or Matt Ryan, I'm going to have to go with the Falcons in this one, 24-17. Next, we have my New England Patriots taking on the New York Jets, and the Patriots open up as 7-point favorites. And I'm going to go with the Patriots to win 27-17 at home, with Mac Jones continuing to improve. Now we move on to New York, where the Jets welcome the Carolina Panthers into town, and the Panthers open up as 3-point favorites, and I will not bet on the New York Giants, so I'm going with the Panthers 24-17. Now to the final game of our early matchups, and with one of the more interesting games, as the rising Bengals travel to Baltimore to face the Ravens, and the Ravens open up as 6.5-point favorites, and the Bengals have been good, but Lamar Jackson has been great. And after betting against Lamar Jackson last week, I refuse to do so again, so I'm going with the Ravens and the magic of Lamar Jackson, 28-21 over the young Bengals. Now to the afternoon games, and the Raiders, coming off a win in their first game post John Gruden, welcome the Eagles to town and Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles will do their best to keep the game close, and Jalen Hurts will make plays, but in the end, I think Vegas is the better team from top to bottom, so I'm going with Vegas to pick up the win, 27-23. Next, we have the Detroit Lions facing the LA Rams, and we have a battle of quarterbacks facing their former teams in Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford. And this could be an ugly game, with Stafford looking to take out years of frustration on his former team, and his new team open up as 16.5-point favorites. And while I'm sure the Rams will win the game, I'm not going to pick them to cover, but they will win the game 34-20 in LA. Next, we have the undefeated Arizona Cardinals taking on the struggling Houston Texans. And the Cardinals are on fire and come in as 17.5-point favorites, and the offense looks great, and the defense is playing solid. And this should be an easy game for the Cardinals on offense and defense, and I expect the Cardinals to remain undefeated with an easy win, 34-14, with the blowout of the Texans. Now to the final game of the afternoon, where the defending Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers welcome the Chicago Bears to town, and the Bucs open up as 11.5-point favorites. And while the Bucs have looked good, the injuries are piling up, and the offense will be without AB and Gronk today. But Brady will do enough to get the win and grind out a victory at home. But expect the Bears to have some success. But in the end, the Bucs will be victorious against a rookie QB who is still learning and can't produce enough points. So I got the Bucs 31, Bears 20. Now to the Sunday night game of the week, where the Indianapolis Colts take on the San Francisco 49ers, and the 49ers open up as 3.5-point favorites. And while both teams need to win and both come in with losing records, the 49ers, I believe, are the better team and better coached team. And that's why I'm going with the 49ers in this close game, 24-20 on Sunday Night Football. And finally, the Monday night game of the week, we have an interesting matchup out on the West Coast, as the Seattle Seahawks and Geno Smith welcome the New Orleans Saints and Jameis Winston to town, and the Saints open up as 4.5-point favorites over the Seahawks, who without Russell Wilson just aren't the same threat on offense, and you can't count on their defense to win them games anymore. So I expect another game of low scoring from both teams, and while the offense of the Saints aren't the same offensive power they have been in the past, they do have enough to win this game, and I expect them to win on the road in front of the 12th man, 24-20 on Monday Night Football to close out Week 7. So there you have all my picks for Week 7. Remember to make your bets. Also like, comment, subscribe, and remember, I don't know ish about sports. I'm JP Prince, and that's all, folks. Peace.